Hey, Rhonda.
Hey?
You know, you don't ever guess who I run into at the corner store up here.
No, who?
I ran into Jeff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we were talking and trying to catch up because we hadn't seen each other in a while.
Long time.
And he did mention something. He goes, I was going to call you last week. And I'm like, you know, why? He goes, I wanted to borrow your table saw. And I'm like, yeah, I remember lending you that table saw. And he goes, you know what? I went out to the garage and he goes, I still have it. And I'm like, Jeff, I don't need it right now. I said, I know where you live and everything. But it was good to see him again. But I thought we were both laughing and saying, you're going to borrow my saw and you still have it. You know?
Uh-huh.
So, it was good to see him. This was years ago. I bumped into a friend of mine at the corner store there. And we were talking, and he was like, you know what, I was going to call you the other day, because I had lent him one of my a table saw that I had. At that time I only had one. I had lent him a table saw, and I said, you know, I don't need to call him and say, hey, where's my saw, because I didn't need it. It takes up a lot of space down. It's hard, where I had it stored, it's hard to get it in, because I don't use it a lot. At that time I didn't use it a lot. So, he goes, yeah, I was going to call you the other day to borrow your table saw. And then I went out to the garage and I realized that I still have it. So we had a laugh about that. And I said, I don't need it. You know, I said, if I need it, I know where you live and I will come by and get the saw. But I said, right now I don't need it. So use it whenever. And you can bring it back whenever you can. So he used it. And he did bring it back the next week. So that's going to be, so I'm just going to come in and say, hey, you know what? And I hadn't seen him for like 6 months or something like that, because he lives not too far from here, but we just don't cross paths all the time. So that's going to be, I'll just come in and say, hey, you know what, I saw Jeff the other day, or today I saw Jeff, and then I'll do the story, and you can join in or whatever. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
All right. We are recording.
Yep.
Oh man, what a trip.
You're back. How was it?
It was good, but it was kind of odd on the way back. I was reading a book, and this guy really, I was sitting on the window side, and the guy was sitting on the aisle side, and I don't know, he just seemed really uncomfortable through the whole flight. I don't know what it was.
Were you reading that book on tying rope knots again?
Yeah, I was, I guess. Maybe that was it?
Maybe, you think?
It could be. I didn't have any rope with me, but it was, you know, maybe that was it.
Oh, Frank.
Okay, we're good. I was going to get on a plane. I don't know where I was flying at the time, but anyway, I was driving, before I took the trip, I was driving by a bookstore, so I said, I want to get a book for the plane ride. So I went to the bargain bin, of course, and there was a book on, it was called Knots and Splices. And what it was how to tie knots and the history behind the knots. Well, you know, I'm a history guy, I like the history. So, so I bought the book and I took that on the plane. So I'm sitting on the window seat and there's a girl sitting in the aisle side. So I'm reading this book and it says Knots and Splices. And she can see the cover. So she started feeling kind of uncomfortable. You know, you have a guy reading about knots on the plane. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come home and I'm going to say, well, this guy was sitting next to me. He was really uncomfortable. And you're going to say, you're reading that book on the knots, weren't you? And I'm going, maybe that's it. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
True story. what I did was there was a door here that closed here.
Oh, okay.
So I took the door off, patched the wall,
Oh, okay.
and I added all these shelves here.
Wow.
So it's just simple stuff that you can do. And it's simple. You just put 1x2s, put them in, get a level, and you can draw. I took the whole pantry out, put the 1x2s in, finished them off, and so now we have shelves here that I can put whatever I want. I brought these shelves out. You can go to your local big store place and you have the plywood. This is plywood.
Oh, okay. And you stained it?
Yeah, you can stain it, pre-stain it.
Okay.
You can have these outside, but I would say put the braces in. I added in the just a finishing washer, just kind of jazz it up a little bit. But it's something simple. So I opened up a huge shelving area on this side.
That's great.
Just how to remove the door. And I brought the shelves out just a little bit more, but you can go to your, they can cut the pieces for you. I will say over here, this wall was so bad that I had to put these cleats in, because when I was putting in the shelves, they all collapsed because the wall goes kind of wonky. So I put these cleats in just to shore these up. But you know, you do simple stuff like that, and then you can add a molding, whatever you want. So just take your time, design it out, and the small spaces that you have in your house, you can expand them out so much just because.
Yeah, get so much more use.
Yeah, because there was a door here. I took the door out. Now we have this over here.
It's amazing.
So that's where we're going.
Oh, look at the ceiling. Did you do that too?
That's what we're going to talk about in a future video.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Do here is just stuff that I've done in the house.
Okay.
This is the pantry I built, and it is maybe more advanced for basic people who are doing stuff, but this is what I've done. So
Okay.